Hello, I'm Rich Allo, and this is why I love music. Yes, I was always serenading away on the park swings, in the car, everywhere. I probably got a bit annoying, to be honest, but I have always sung for as long as I can remember. Yeah, I mean, I was sort of brought up on a lot of old era music, sort of 60s and 70s stuff, Queen, David Bowie, Pink Floyd, those sort of artists that were renowned for performing rock and pop music but could also do experimental stuff as well, so I think that's why I like to go out of my comfort zone a little bit thanks to them. But over the years I've come to like other bands like 30 Seconds to Mars, Keane, a couple of modern artists, but it's mainly pretty old school stuff. Oh god, you can't do that to me. It's probably something by Queen. Yeah, I'd probably say, let's go Bohemian Rhapsody. Let's be boring. I think it was about 3-4 years ago. I was singing as a hobby, but there was a point where people said to me, oh, you know, you should try and write your own songs, you should learn to play more instruments. So I went out and bought myself a guitar. I actually used to play when I was about 6 years old, but I became inspired to start playing again, so it all kind of happened from there, really. It's a mixed bag, really. I mean, my music tends to reflect my emotional state. So when I'm in a good mood, there'll be something upbeat and optimistic and something quite rocky. If I'm feeling pretty low, something more sad and melancholic will come out, I guess. Generally, my music, I think, is quite larger than life. I'd like to think it's uplifting and can encourage people to get through the hard times. It's pretty explosive, I'd say, big choruses, that sort of thing. Again, inspired by bands like Queen and 30 Seconds to Mars. Lyrically, I'd say it's quite direct. Occasionally, I like using sort of, you know, metaphors and vague things, but if it's a song about a more concrete subject, I like it to be more direct so people can relate to what's going on. I think my favourite gig was probably a night of Queen, which I did at Legends Bar in Jersey back in August, and it's funny because I didn't perform any of my own songs that night. But just from the crowd reaction, I mean, I love intimate gigs, and it was an intimate gig, and the place was absolutely packed. It was hot, it was sweaty, everybody was singing along, having a good time. But yeah, probably aside from that, I'd say with original songs, performing at Pride, Channel Islands Pride this year, that was pretty special. I think it depends on the venue. I think if it's a new venue that I'm trying out, I really enjoy singing my own stuff, but then if there is a classic that, you know, gets people going as well, then I'll quite happily sing that. I think be yourself, don't be bound by any limits, perform what you want to perform, not what record labels want, and also don't overthink it, just enjoy what you're doing, and if you get the sudden urge to do something that's a bit mad or eccentric or off the cuff, then just do it, because chances are it's a risk, and the risks that you take that pay off are always the risks that are worth taking. "95% of the time they'll be either about me or the people in my life. I haven't written that many fictional songs, probably maybe one or two, but having listened to a lot of Genesis and Pink Floyd and sort of progressive rock bands, experimental rock bands and stuff who use characters in their songs, I think it's a really cool way to make songs interesting, so it's something I'd like to do more of in the future. But most of the time it's about me and my messed up head. I think it changes depending on what the crowd reaction is. I think if a crowd's sort of stick to one song and show appreciation for that song, that in turn makes me appreciate the song more. I mean, from Sensations, my first album, songs like Get to You and Life Song and Drowning have a special place in my heart because they're directly about me and things that have happened to me in the past. From Stranger Sin, it's probably one of the more angrier songs like Halls of Paradise or Better Be Back, because they really helped me vent a lot of emotion during difficult times. Halls of Paradise was about the end of a relationship, and Better Be Back, although it's a fictional song about this made-up serial killer, actually being able to sing in that specific style helped me express myself, I think, a lot better than I normally would just be chatting to someone. At the minute I'm just performing as many gigs as I can. I haven't got any new music in the pipeline because I put out my second album in March earlier this year. So I'm just sort of taking time to just chill but also enjoy playing the songs I've already got out. And yeah, try and find lots of new places to perform and attract new people, and if they like it, great.